All right, fam, what's up? Good evening. Um, I know it's short notice, and figured I'd just hop on here and see if anybody was around, see if anybody had any questions. Hang on, this thing is like beaming down here. I hope that's too dark. Let me get the other light on. Okay. Now that we fixed our technical difficulties there. Let's see. Live chat. Um, it's short notice. I really don't know how many people to expect. Or, I don't really do this on Friday, so I'm sure there's a million things going on out there in the world on a Friday night, maybe even a lot of shows. I don't know, but I know I probably won't be around this weekend, so I figured I had a free moment, hop on here, and just see where you guys are at. So if you have any questions, you want to tell me something, whatever. Kind of like we do Subscriber Sunday, but it's just Friday. I talk all week, so during the videos, and a lot of you guys, I feel bad because I've been so busy lately that, what's up, Rob? What's up, my brother? I feel bad because I firmly believe in sharing. What's the point in sharing if you can't interact with the people you're sharing with? I haven't had a lot of time. What's up, Miss Cindy? I haven't had a lot of time during just period. I haven't had a lot of time to get back to people the way I like to, answer comments the way I like to. So, whatever. You know how some Subscriber Sunday works. Most of you guys, whatever. However you want it to go is how it's gonna go. But it's just here. It's just Friday. Can Squatch, what's up, brother? Good to see you guys. Really wasn't sure what to expect. Hey, my love, what's up? It's cold. It is cold. Steve, what's up, my brother? So, yeah, it's people say it all the time. Tyler, what's up, man? How goes it? It's going good, I guess. Today, take it day by day. Today was a good day. Tyler, I shared your last video. I should have probably asked you prior to, but it's in the community tab. So, but good job with that one, bro. Good job. Again, what's up, my man? Happy Friday from the High West. Yeah, you're welcome, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you do. Again, good to see you, bro. Hope all is well with you and yours. Any more from the Xena tribe? I posted a couple this morning's, and then yesterday the sunrise walk. That was where we were at. It's been interesting off camera too. It's been interesting. I don't know if you guys heard today. There was a tree down, and then that's why I decided to gift. I decided not to go any further because those trees were clearly knocked down in both directions. And there was that loud vocal, and you guys know they don't. I mean, you have people who have beautiful vocalizations, like Mike Patterson, who was on last week, Sasquatch Ontario. You got come on, Sierra Sounds. I'm having a serious brain fart right now. But anyway, like I don't get a lot of vocals. I don't, and that was clear as day, man. That guy, it was like guttural, and it was like, I have a picture of him. It's not the clearest in the world because it was me. I was taking a picture of an overall. Like when I was leaving, I was taking pictures of the sun coming up over the water. And if you see in the cut over here, he's there, and it's the picture I used on one of them, but it's like all the way zoomed in. So if you guys want, I'll share the stages of it, like zooming in to see how we got to that spot. I was sitting down with Sarah, and I was like, "Oh, look at this shit," and she's very, no, I wouldn't say skeptical, but she's, we have different views on things a lot of the time, and but she hashes it out with me at least, which is good. I know a lot of people who have a home life where people are like, they're just fucking nuts. You know what I mean? So I'd rather her keep it real with me or whatever. But she saw it right away, so I was like, all right, cool. Jeremy, what's up? Ron Moorhead, thank you. Yes, I knew it was Ron. I just the last name was like just wouldn't come through. Flat Rock, what's up, man? Good video. Just saw you put out some pics, which is cool. Sierra Nevada, Eric, what's up? Yes. I don't know if I spelled the last name right. Yeah, I think so. Or there's 2 O's maybe. But I got you. That was a good one. It was like a low, deep call. Yeah, it was most of the time when I hear something, I'll tell you guys. I'll be like, oh, like, or I'll stop and I'll like point and be like, I heard something, but it never gets picked up. But that was so close and so like deep and loud. I knew it was gonna get picked up on there. I knew it. And they were doing vocalizations from the minute I got there, because that's why I started filming from. Like, as soon as I got out of the car, I heard a couple of geese on the water, and then from inside the brush I heard like, ah, and I was like, oh hell yeah. I was like, oh, it's on today. And I was like, that wasn't no fucking goose. I was like, that wasn't no fucking goose. So I was like, I just started filming because I didn't want to miss it again. But they didn't do anything until that deep. But to me, that was like, all right. Between that and then the tree down, and it like, there was somebody else in there, not just me. You'll see there's another set of footprints in there. So I don't know what this person was doing in there or what they are doing in there, but it might be pissing them off. So I have to tread lightly. I have to tread very lightly. Subscriber Friday. Something like that, yeah. I'm just trying to get in where it fit in. Knack, what's up? And Angela Baxter. Good to see you guys. I used to live close to Bear Creek back in the day. Oh, back Bay, Florida, great people. Gavin, what's up, bro? Just because we don't always share the same beliefs doesn't mean your beliefs aren't valid. Just because I haven't seen it doesn't mean it isn't there. No, I hear you. I hear you talking. Get it to get home. So, yeah, no, I hear you, love. I hear you. But it's just a perfect example. It's a perfect example. You know what I mean? Like, she's had experiences where she'll come down and come tell me like something's going on out here. Like, what the fuck is it? And me, I go right to Sasquatch. I'm like, oh, they're out there fucking around. But like her, her mind goes to other things. It could be an array of things. You know what I mean? But, it's good. It's good practice for me to have somebody who challenges me. Some of you guys have been, Steve Wolf, Jimbo, thank you guys. I saw you guys sent PayPals. I've never received a fucking dollar from YouTube. Some of you guys have donated here and stuff, and I've never seen a fucking penny of it. I don't know why, but I'm just letting you know. But thank you guys who utilize that PayPal. Thank you so much, because that goes a long, long way. A long, long way, because I'm able to put back into this, and it's huge. So thank you. I just wanted to give you a shout out because I just saw Steve here, so thank you guys. There's been other people too along the way, but those are the two most recent on my mind that I saw. I don't think I can highlight. I don't think yeah, I can. I can highlight your comments on here. Um, I'm not using StreamYard. I use StreamYard because I have a guest usually, so I figured I would just go right through YouTube this time. Kind of makes it easier. Yeah, Flat Rock's got a cool channel, guys. He's got a lot of home activity, and it's cool. It's very cool. I mean, I know it's not cool when it's like, I know it's not cool for you when it gets a little chaotic, but you know what I mean. Watched part 2 video on TV. Gotta go back and give you thumbs up. That's all good. Thank you. You know, you guys know I don't worry about you guys know I don't worry about the views and the likes and all that. It does help a lot, but you know, if you get to it, you get to it. I never understood why people always said that. Oh, it helps out the channel, like, subscribe, blah blah blah. I never understood what they were saying. But I guess what it does is it like shows YouTube that people are watching your shit and they share it outward. But I mean, really, what that does is just brings you more attention, which in in droves it could be a lot to handle. You know what I'm saying? Like the channel grew like 2,000 subscribers this past month, and it's a lot. It was crazy. It was just like for like a few days it was just like boom, 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 like nonstop, and I was like, I was almost like make it stop, like make it stop, like it was so much, and you know it's a good thing, but it's hard. It's hard to juggle when it's growing. When it's growing so hard, it's so fast. Like when it grows so fast like that, and you get so many people, and they're all commenting on like the short videos too a lot of the time. So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes they're not really subscribers. They're just people like who just like, I don't know, if YouTube shares out your video, like it gets weird. It's weird. Like one little video from back in the day will get like 100,000 views out of nowhere. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why even this one? Like, out of all of them, this is the one you know, like that they decided to push. But it is what it is. Oh, Sarah said birds aren't real. FFG, what up? Friend from Georgia. See, Georgia is where I had my first sighting. I was just talked out of it. Um, I was talked out of it. But yeah, right outside Fort Benning. Right outside Fort Benning main gate. I was told it was I still actually I should talk to the guy who was with me. I don't think I've ever talked to him about that. But I was the designated driver, so I don't really expect him to remember too much, but birds aren't real as birds aren't real as this kid she showed me, that I guess there was these people outside protesting some bullshit, and this kid was like, "Oh, I'm gonna protest something stupid too," and he started walking around with like a cardboard sign that said, and he was like screaming, "Birds aren't real, birds aren't real," and it actually like turned into this like big thing. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's become like this. I mean, it's probably more amongst kids than anything, but it's funny. It's growing because it's real and people are drawn to real. Yeah, I you need to make a StreamYard account. I don't even know if you make an account. You just go online and you just go on like Google and you type in StreamYard and you log in. I don't remember if I had to make an account or not. But oh yeah, I guess you do. You link it to your you link it to your channel, because it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have when you stream it. You could just use it. You could go live. You know what I mean. You could just use it, which is a beautiful thing. I wish I knew about it before, because I was sitting here chasing the 1,000 subscriber thing, because I was like, oh, I want to go live in the field so bad, because that was what I did in the beginning. I wasn't on YouTube. I was doing live streams on Facebook because YouTube told me no. If I only knew, I could do it. But even still now today, like I like StreamYard better than this because I want to like highlight. I want to like highlight what you guys are saying so you know what I'm responding to and like whatever. And I can't like. But yeah, Tyler. Yeah, that's. Eric. Honestly, I think it's because I'm putting out shorts that it's getting attention. Because not a lot of people want to listen to the whole shit. Like you guys might watching from start to finish and seeing every step of the way. But I don't edit. I don't do nothing fancy. I don't know tech shit for shit. So really, it's just filming. It's just filming from jump to finish. You know, I might pause it, but that's about it. Um, a lot of people they don't want you know, the the appetizer and the sides. They just want the meat. They just want the highlight. Lay down. We're not doing this again. Oh, this dog wants outside so bad. I don't know what it is, but dang, internet froze. Intense. It's good. What am I missing? I'll make sure I have the right thing up. Live chat, yeah. Top chat, yeah. Okay, live chat. Yeah. So I mean, real or not, like sometimes people don't want to. Like I have people ask me all the time, "Oh, what video should I watch? What's a good video to watch for proof or whatever?" And a lot of times I don't answer because you're just asking me for the cheat code. You know what I mean? It's like you're asking me for the, and I'm not about that really. Very rarely have I done highlight videos or little like snippets and shit like that because it kind of weeds out the bullshit. It does. It weeds out the bullshit. It's there's a few of you that I know for a fact have seen every video. There's over 1,000 videos on here, and I know for a fact you've seen every last one. And that just amazes me. It amazes me. And even some of you who weren't even here since day one, you just went back. Like Bama Jeff, like he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back to the beginning." I'm like, "Nah, you're good, bro. Like it's all good." Like he's like, "Nah, I want to see it from start." I'm like, some of the earlier footage, I'm like embarrassed of, cause like I was like, I don't know why I'm embarrassed. I just don't like to watch myself. Period. I don't like to watch myself. I just don't. But I was like all like frantic and like giddy and like, "Oh, yeah, look at this, and look at this," and like I was like pointing out shit that like I thought I was supposed to point out because I saw Joe Schmo do it. You know what I mean? Until I found my own comfort zone out there, and that's what the last video was about. Do less. When you go in the field, do less. Don't do what this guy said or that guy said or this guy said. Bring you out there. Bring you out there. Bring your intent out there. Maybe a gift, you know what I mean? Because, I don't know, I'm Sicilian. Like, when we go to somebody's house, like, I don't care if you've been there 100 times or you never been there once, you bring something with you. You know what I mean? I quit drinking. I bring sparkling cider with me to somebody's house. You know what I mean? Like, but, okay. All right. I know. But you can't. You cannot. You can't go out there. If you could see the way he's looking at me right now, he's just staring at me. Alright, let's see where your chats are. Hi, Michael. Are you talking to me? Have any of the random people you've run into out there mentioned seeing, hearing anything? Yes and no. It gets a little funny with me because sometimes I feel like sometimes I wonder who people are in general, and when they ask me questions, and I get a little oh, I took mommy's phone. Can you play Roblox with me, please? All right, baby. Give me a little while and I'll play with you, okay? Give me like I talk to you. Okay. Give me a little while, baby, and I'll be there, okay? Um yeah, sometimes I get a little iffy about who's out there with me, like especially if they're asking questions. Like Rob knows. Like we went to this one place like a few times and the same guy was there every time. And he had a camera with him. He had a camera with him. Um he said he was watching birds. He was there to film birds or something. Didn't seem out of the ordinary till we seen him later, and Patey, Patey, I'll get with you soon, okay? Um, we seen him like in the cut, like in these abandoned building area and stuff, and it it was just mad weird. Like I don't want to get into detail or whatever, but like sometimes a lot of the times, yeah, a lot of times like I can't tell if somebody's like watching me. You know what I mean? Like if they're there to watch me. When I'm up in the mountains, it's different. Um, I've spoken to a few people who've had encounters or had sightings, and they're a lot more friendly. They're a lot more open. It's a different story up there. You know what I'm saying? Down on the island, when you bump into somebody in the woods, especially where I'm going, you kind of wonder why they're there. You know what I'm saying? Because I go off trail. Like I try to get away from people. Like you just gotta wonder sometimes, like why is this person out here? But yeah, it's iffy. But yeah, there's a few people that yeah, don't forget. Yeah. We were bird watching. Oh, yeah, maybe that's what we told him. And he said, "Yeah, I'm out here filming owls and this and that and all sorts of shit." I don't know, but it was mad weird. It's really weird. The guy was always there when we were there. And anyway, um, I do have people come to me. Um, they don't like to be named usually. Um, you'll see a guy, Larry. He's been here. Larry Hart. He's one of the only people that was like open about it. That was willing to come forward and say I had a sighting. Like I had something happen to me right here. And I went and met up with him, and we walked. I walked with him. He wanted to go out there. I walked with him. We walked down there, and we found the spot, and he showed me everything. And we actually had another. It was like a couple days after, if not the day after, and we actually had some stuff. I mean, right, right there in the same spot almost. There was some footage that I didn't release there, but it it was really hot. I don't fare well in the heat at all, like at all. Um, but we had a good time. It was good. It was good to see somebody else come out. There was a guy that came out once before I made my channel. There's a guy that came out once on Long Island with some stuff, and the news jumped all over him. Jumped all over him, and next thing you know, he was reneging on his comments. So who the hell knows? Who knows? But I've had people come to me and tell me their stories or whatever, and when I say, do you want to like, originally I used to ask them if this is like before all these channels came out where like everybody tells somebody else's encounter. Like I was like, oh, do you want to come on? And they were very reluctant. Now it seems like there's 100 channels that with 3 stories a day. That, so I don't know where all these encounter stories come from, but unless they get recycled, who knows? He told us go to the north side. That place is so huge. I can't believe they turned it into a public park in the daytime. That's amazing to me because that place is sketchy, man. That place is sketchy, you know? There's a lot of places people could get hurt. I've got a guy wanting me to interview him on my channel. He's got some interesting stories of sightings. Yeah. See, I like it like that. I like it when you could see the person. Um, like you see them, like you get to not. I don't want to say like I don't want to say it like you're able to judge them, but you're able to like read them a little bit. You're able to like see them and see their emotion and see their body language change and their emotion change and and it may for me that's how I like it. I don't like when it's like, oh yeah, here's a story about Randy Random over here in Randy Random Town. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but that's me. That's me. Maybe I'd be more interested in if I didn't have my own experiences. I couldn't say, but yes, very. It's more real that way for sure. Vito Petroni, Vito Petroni. Strong Irish name, huh? That's awesome. What's up, Paisan? This dog is driving me nuts already. He does this every time. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys, I'm not gonna hang on for long. I really just wanted to pop in and talk to you guys. All right, so here we go. Actually, I've told this story, this encounter to a couple of people. Uh, Very rarely here and there, but I spoke to you guys and asked you if you wanted to hear some stuff that's happened off camera. So I'll tell you one before we go. Daily Dan, what's up, bro? I'll tell you one before we go. So there was this one day, it was over by a place I was calling the lake. Let's just simply calling it the lake. Hang on, I'm gonna let him out. I'll be right back. Come here, you. Come on. Do not make no noise. All right, I might have to go and get him like right away because he's like literally barking immediately. Um, so there's this one day I didn't have a vehicle at this time, and I wanted to go to the lake, and it was far. It was a far walk, and it was summer, so I had to walk along the side of this highway kind of, and I was gonna go, and I ran out of gas basically by the time I got there. I ran out of energy. It took me like an hour to get there, and I didn't realize it. So I got to these power lines, and I'm like, man, maybe I'll cut through here. I'm like, let me try and, instead of cutting through the woods, let me try and cut through the power lines, and then I'll see if there's a cutoff that'll go through the woods somewhere. And it was closed off on both sides. You could tell the power lines were freshly put in there. It's all dug up. It's like sandy. You could tell that it's freshly put in. Because there's nothing out there. There's no reason. Other than like a jail, there's no reason for any power lines to be. And the power lines, that jail has their own power lines. So there's no reason for these really to be out there. So I don't really know where they go to. But whatever. It don't matter. So now I'm really tired. I'm really hot. I got a big bag with me, but it don't have anything I need in it, really. I had some gifts. I decided to bring a CD from when I was a child, and I forgot what I had at that point, but I think I had like a CD from when I was a child because I was gonna like bring some of my childhood to them to connect them to me a little more, whatever. Um, and all of a sudden, and I'm telling you guys, I'm looking left and right and left and right and left and right, and this wood line is locked, deadlocked, no way in. Thick ground brush, everywhere except by the power lines where it's fresh dug up sand is thick brush, high. Then the woods are thick. There's no trail. There's no real anywhere to go in comfortably at all. So again, I'm walking probably about 15, 20 minutes down. and I'm steady looking for somewhere to go in. Now I'm looking for shade at this point, so I really want to get in. And I look over, and this these woods were, I mean, on a deadlock, no openings. When I tell you, like, tree to tree to tree to tree to tree, brush is thick. It's wide open, wide open, and you can't see in there really, but you can see it's like dark in there and like shadowy, and it's very inviting because I'm really hot. But I mean, when I tell you guys, it's wide open, like like probably double the size of like when you walk in a Home Depot and the doors open, like that wide doorway, probably like that or double that. I go in, and like I don't really think much about it, but I go in, and the trail goes into this like big open. It's not a trail, but it's like it's a cut. There's a cut now. It goes into this big open circle that's cut out too, and it has grass, but there's no like brush there for some reason. And I get to that point, which looks like a court almost, like what would look like a court in somebody's neighborhood, but maybe half the size of that circle. Like the big court, like probably like half the circumference, radius, circumference, diameter. All right, there we go. Diameter, probably half the diameter. Um, so I stop and I kind of like looking around and I'm trying to see where I can go, and I can't really go anywhere. So I turn back around, and where I came in is closed. It's closed off again. There's no way out. There is no way out. There is nothing there. It's closed off, just as locked, just as deadlocked as it was when I was on the outside. And I'm like, kind of like, whoa, like what the hell, right? So I turn around again, and here are these 3 or 4 Sasquatch, and um, I don't care if you want to check me on this because whatever. You'd be like, oh, you should remember that. Like if it was 3 or 4, I should, but I don't remember honestly. But I remember if they were standing. I remember they were standing in height order, and like one was huge, one was like here, and then but they were all bigger than me. That was clear as day. I couldn't really make out their face. I don't know why to this day. Um, it wasn't like disfigured. It wasn't like hairy. It wasn't. I just couldn't see their face. They were like just giant, dark figures. I just couldn't make out their face. I can't tell you why. Um, and I dropped just like I did when I was doing that live stream with the female Sasquatch in the back of the brush there. I dropped to one knee instantly. I dropped down to one knee, like I didn't want to look like threatening. I don't know. I just did. I dropped down to one knee and I kind of like put my head down and was kind of like looking up like this. And I was like, all right, like hey guys, like I was like, hey, like I was trying to keep my cool, but they were within 10 yards, and I'm like trying not to lose my shit. I have no way out of here. They weren't threatening. They weren't doing anything. Just sheer size alone has me like, I don't even know. Every emotion, every thought, everything. So I'm like trying to like, so I'm like shaking and I'm trying to pull out gifts. I put the CD down. I looked up and they were there. I said, this is from my childhood, or I thought it at least. I don't know if I said it. But they were at that point, they were emanating um, signs of peace. And I was like, okay. And I started to calm down. And like they were like emanating like comfort. And I started to calm down. And then they emanated safety. And I started to calm down more. And I started to speak, and I started to gift, and I started to explain my gifts. And as I put the last gift down, I looked up, and they were gone. There was nowhere for them to go physically. There was nowhere for them to go. They would have made a shitload of noise going in those woods because it was thick as shit. These are technically the Pine Barrens, by the way. That they're an extension of the Pine Barren region. And just like that, I could see light again, and it was from behind me. The woods opened up, picked up my shit, because it was just time to go while it was open, I guess, you know what I mean? They were wide open. I got out there. I stumbled through the, thick brush and all that shit that was on the outside before the stand, and by the time I got to the stand, I turned around and it was closed again. And that was that. I had no fucking battery. As soon as I had almost a full battery as soon as I got near the power line, and that shit was dead. I remember getting a 3-second video or something like that as I was trying to say like, yo, look at this, it just opened up. Dude, dead. So anyway, that was one time that something happened where I didn't catch it on footage. And I know I told you guys I'd tell you a few things that have happened to me off camera, and this is going back a ways. It's going back a ways. I believe this was last year. Uh, I'd have to like, check. I could locate the exact date, but I don't think it's important. But it was last summer. So that's one for you. Um, so again, I you know, I didn't take anything threatening. I didn't take anything. Even before they started emanating anything towards me, any vibes towards me, because I believe that's what was happening. I believe they were trying to comfort me because they saw how much distress I was in. Because I don't think that was what they were trying to portray. But it's just what happens. And as many times as I've seen these guys, their size is. One of my friends from school, like, he jokes with me because, like, he's like, because he knows I'm the Sasquatch or whatever, but he jokes with me a lot. And, so he sent me this video of a silverback gorilla, and these guys are out there, the rangers are out there, and they're, and the silverback just walks by and grabs one of the guys by the foot and just starts dragging him, like with ease, just dragging him, and the guy's on his back just getting drugged. And, he's like, oh, look at him drag it like a baby. He's like, I want to imagine like a Sasquatch. And I'm like, can't even imagine. Well, let's see where you guys are at, because I just kind of went on I just wanted to get it all out there. I wasn't sure how emotional I was going to get, so I just wanted to get through it. So, thank you guys for being patient. I always keep a big bag with me. Yeah, that's a good idea, Dan. It's always good to have, if the Army taught me anything, man, it's that. And we used to get pissed because we'd be like, why are we carrying all this shit? But man, it's better to have it and not need it. It's better to have it and not need it, because especially when you're dealing with the with the cryptid world, there's a lot of things that I say it all the time. Like, I might sound like a dud when I'm out there because, like, I'm trying to stay focused and level-headed and keep my vibration at a certain point and whatever. And I'm trying to communicate and listen for anything too that might be coming through, not in audio fashion. Anything that might be coming through telepathy-wise. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things out there that can get in your head and shit and disorient you. You know what I mean? Even the average Joe can get disoriented, on a regular day. Especially when there's like heat involved and shit like that. That could really throw you off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to talk myself out of it that day. I was like, man, I must be like hallucinating and shit. Like, yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Steve. Dan said, wow. It's crazy, man. Thank you for sharing, brother. Very interesting story. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of great talk, Cloud. What's up, brother? Great to see you. That was awesome. Thanks, FFG. I don't, reading France. Wow. One question. Do Sasquatch imitate owls near urban areas? Love your channel. By the way, you have my support. Wow. Thank you. I don't know if we have anyone else from France. Much respect. Thank you for joining. So I can only I can only talk from my own experience, right? I can't tell you what happens in uh, California or Oregon or France or wherever. I can't tell you, but from my experience, yes, they do. They will mimic anything. They will mimic anything to maintain safety, to maintain cover, to maintain. You know what I mean? Sometimes I believe they're just talking to the animals themselves. Sometimes I believe they're honestly just having conversation with the animals. You know, yeah, David. It does sometimes it does feel good to just get stuff off your chest. It does. Yeah, yeah. Um, I've been through the ringer since I started this shit because of where I am, Long Island, right? But I fought like hell. That's why I did live streams the first whole year. So when I was showing something, you guys were seeing it in real time, right? And now you got to call me a hoaxer or you got to say it's real, right? There's no other way around it. I either set that up or it's real. Because this is real fucking time. I'm not editing. I'm not recording. This didn't happen later. There's no Photoshop. So one way or another, you could try to say I set the whole thing up and it's a guy in a suit or whatever, or it's the real deal, right? So that's why I did it. Because I mean, at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna show I'm just gonna show it like this because it was hard for me because of being in a suburban area, and there's plenty of woods everywhere, but people don't know that. People know what they see, and a lot of people think this is a city environment. Long Island's a city environment, you know what I mean? And it's not like the Catskills where it's you know I could be on this mountain by myself. It's not like that, but it is very wooded, and at least out east where I live, like on the further east you go, the more woods you get, obviously. But things are always changing. Once upon a time, this was all farms. You know. James says, "Do you try to communicate with Bigfoot?" Um, how do I say this? Um, I try to communicate with new Sasquatch. Um, at this point, I have like a deep connection with one in particular, and it's almost like he's part of me and I'm part of him. And I can kind of it's not like I can communicate with him at will, but like I can communicate with him from anywhere, and it's not at any time always, but yeah, I always try to. I try to bring any answers that I put in stone, and even when it's from him and directly from a Sasquatch directly, I still won't say it's for it's on a wide scale because I can't make a blanket statement and say that what his family does, what that particular Sasquatch group does. I can't say that, like, I can't say for sure that that's how it is across the board. You know what I'm saying? And some people will, but I think it's ignorant to do so. But that's me. That's just me. I'm dealing with a whole different beast up in the mountains. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole nother energy. It's a whole nother way of interacting. There's a whole different aspect to it. Um, it's way different. They're they're not they're not used to a person just walking up in there like that. Like it's a way different story. Um, but I'll work out the kinks like always. Impossible to fake what you get. Yeah, I know you. I know you. I know you know how to. I know that Great Talk Loud. I know you know how to like decipher who's who and what's what because like what to look for and this and that. But the average Joe I'm talking about, like who doesn't really. There's so much bullshit out there that it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we have to pick through and even the thought shouldn't even cross your mind. Is this guy a bunch of bullshit? It shouldn't even have to cross your mind. It shouldn't have to cross your mind. Was that fucking a guy in a suit? It shouldn't have to. And it's a sad. every day that I hear that shit. And it's not even a personal attack on me. I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, fuck. Like, so this is such a disservice. Like, that people have to think this way. And it's the people I care about are the ones that want to find the truth, and they really believe, and they really want to see it, and they really, they really want real answers. But it's a harsh reality that there are some people out there that are just trying to make a buck. And there's a lot of people begging for answers and looking for answers, and I'm one of them, I guess, but it's not something that can be rushed. It's just not. It's not. I'm out there every day. I'm out there every day. Sometimes I go a month with nothing new. Maybe some new pics, maybe some new, cool days out there. So maybe some connection here and there. But as far as answers go, maybe zip zero. You know. Are you getting any feedback, however manifested, from any of the ones in the new areas? Yes, and no. I don't want to say too much on here because it might jeopardize shit. But let's just say they're checking me out too. They're checking me out. I think we'll have a breakthrough for sure with one of the groups. I think Xena Tribe's going to be a little harder. I think they're going to be a little tough. But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them there. And they got little ones. Like really little ones. So I don't blame them for being kind of on edge. And iffy about people. And I'm not gonna stop now. I started. So I'm not gonna just go. If they want me to stay on the fucking Woodline, I will. But but we're feeling each other out. But there's another group that's very, very receptive. It's where you see my daughter. She even goes there. Our daughter goes there. They're different. They're very playful. Cedric, what's up, brother? Hey, enjoy watching your channel. Question: do you think some of these creatures mimic other sounds to lure humans into a trap of some sort? Again, I mean, I don't know about everywhere. I've never been really in that situation, not at least from a Sasquatch. But there's a lot of things out there. If there's something evil out there that can use telepathy, some sort of cryptid, and it let's just say knows you're out there looking for Sasquatch, maybe it'll act like a Sasquatch to lure you in. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know. I can't say for sure, but I've never been in any situation like that. If anything, they've pushed me out or herded me out or whatever. They've gotten me to stop pushing forward rather than luring me in anywhere. But that's just been my personal experience. And the way I kind of look at it is like that it's for my own good for the most part. You know what I mean? Because there could be something I'm totally missing. It could be as simple as like something like I drove this far, like I'm gonna go in. You know what I mean? Like just, and I shouldn't. And I've had to eat that bullet like a lot of times. Like I've had to swallow it, and it sucks. It sucks sometimes, especially when it's like, I don't know. More often than less, I hear before I even get to where I'm going. When I even think about where I want to go, I get a no. I get told no, or I get shown somewhere else I need to be, and I've tried to fight it and it just don't work. Like when it's something I gotta know, it's like drilled. It's like boot camp, like drilled in you. Like no. FFG, Mike, I've watched a lot of your different research channels. Have you? Oh, I've watched a lot of different research channels. You, my friend, I feel like are one of the most realest person I've ever watched. Friend from Georgia. Thank you, I appreciate it, FFG. Yeah, great talk. Cloud feedback takes time and trust. Yes. I appreciate FFG. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good guys out there. There's a lot of up and coming guys too. It's exciting. It's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited to see all this fresh blood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's exciting. Exciting. A lot of young guys out there. They got a lot of energy. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing. I'm going to support the shit out of them. Keep your boots on the ground, young men. Man of light, what's up, brother? Xena is huge and many, many youth. Yeah, so you see it too. I think you saw it before I did. Honestly, great talk. I think you saw it before I did, or the same time as I did, because I pushed into the middle. You'll see now we go around. We hug the river, kind of. Down the middle is those caverns and shit, and you'll notice I don't go in there too much. Right now it's snow covered too, so it's just reckless to do. But there's a lot of shit going on in there that, and I know it might sound stupid or crazy, but there's a lot of shit going on that the naked eye doesn't pick up. I don't know necessarily how to explain it, but sometimes technology picks it up. Sometimes your energy picks up that energy and helps you zone in. Like my wife says, Sarah, like see without your eyes. Don't you? She used to tell me all the time, stop using your eyes to see. You don't always have, nor you don't always need your eyes to see. And it was like some Yoda shit, but like I get it now. You know what I mean? Steve says they're potentially getting used to seeing you at least by now. Yeah, for sure. There's other people going in there too, and it's really so one day I had an unmarked vehicle there, and there was nobody in it, and it was running, and I got there, and I could tell that nobody had been in, but there was somebody had went in, but not fresh. But this truck was there, and it was running. And I'm like, why is this going on? So I'm like, there's nobody in it. I'm like, so somebody must be in here. But I'm like, why would they leave their shit running? It's a nice truck. It's like a brand new pickup. And not until I left, and I parked somewhere else. So I was like, fuck this. So I parked somewhere else off in the cut. When I left finally, the seat popped up, and I realized it was some kind of ranger or something, whatever. So he must have thought I was there poaching or something previously. So he was watching me come back, or somebody's there poaching, and he was watching to see who was doing what. Obviously, I came out. I went in with no weapon. I left with no weapon. I left with no deer, no nothing, whatever. So I guess I was in the clear. But anyway, I don't know what these other people are doing who are going in there, but it's technically private. Private land, the whole thing. So I gotta I'm kind of walking a thin line there. Yeah, the juvies are super active and brave, typical kids. Yeah. There's a lot of little ones, like a lot of little ones there at Xena, like a lot. And the crazy part is, that's just like the smallest little area. It's not even a big area at all that we're doing yet. Like we have barely. I've been in the back. I've been around back. I've across. So the river comes. The river comes through and it goes back and through, and so I've been over a bridge that goes into the way back, and then it goes up. So these are just the guys that are chilling down by the. It's like still water, so I think that's the attraction. Is the still water, and then there's power lines there too. The sun comes down in there beautifully, as you see. You know what I mean? Like it's good. It's a great spot. I don't blame them. Man of light, what's up, man? I'm alright. Brother. Hanging in there. Doing alright today. Take it day by day. at this point. Benjamin, I know this is out there, but I think you'll agree that most of what's happening is not happening on the physical plane. What happens in the physical plane is only a tip of the iceberg. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know, my buddy over in Oregon, Oregon Sasquatch encounter, Mike, he's got a confirmation from his group or whatever, his Sasquatch teacher. I don't know which pipe it came down, because he's very good at connecting with different ones. He's very, very good at communicating with them. He's got much more practice than I. Anyway, maybe it's more natural for him. I don't know, whatever. But he's very good at it. What'd you say? Yes, so he said that they confirmed to him that they're not comfortable in a physical body as much as they are when they're cloaked and in like that other, that they're more comfortable in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Yeah, you know, when you see them in a physical form, if you see the 100% Sasquatch, that's a fucking beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But it's no coincidence that there's like one footprint in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? Recording Bigfoot activity, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, of course, probably. I mean, yeah, I. Getting ready for a new video showing a lot of things. All right, tune into Man Like, guys. James says a camera can pick up things that the eyes cannot see. Sometimes caves, entrances, and portals, and are covered by tricking the mind through the eyes. Well put, man. I don't know where this. How about footprints going in and out of solid concrete walls? Luke, yeah, you know, you got me, brother. I mean, that could very well be something similar to, you know, how they come into the house, how they come into, you know, if we're talking about Sasquatch print, if it's something else, I mean, I know there's a lot of things that, you know, like I know the reptilians love rocks. Like, I mean, they fucking love rocks. My buddy Dean has shown me endless shit, you know, endless shit. You know, if it's a Sasquatch, I'm pretty sure they're connected to pretty much about everything that's out there, you know. So if they're in tune with rocks out there, why not our rocks or our bricks? Blues and G, what's this? Why didn't anyone check with me? Hey everybody, what's up, brother? I really didn't even expect to be on this long. I really didn't expect many of you to be here. I appreciate every last one of you, by the way, if I didn't say it already, or if you're just getting here. I appreciate this shit out of all of you. I know I say this sentence a lot of times, but it blows my fucking mind, and I'm gonna explain it quick again. And thank you for it. We can be anywhere in the world. We have a phone in our hand that could take us anywhere in the fucking world. Excuse my mouth, I'm sorry. It's Friday night, you guys, all your kids are probably home. I'm sorry. Anywhere in the world. Friday night. www.anywhere, right? And you logged into the YouTube, then you logged into this, and then you sat here for however long you decided to hang out. And I don't take that lightly. I appreciate your time. I really, really, really do. It's not like, you know, I'm not here to waste nobody's time. That's why I get upset so much when I see the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, because you're fucking with people's time. You know what I'm saying? Like you're really really fucking with people's time. Here I go cursing again. My apologies, but that's exactly what you're doing, man. It's not cool. Not for no reason. There's plenty of ways to earn a buck. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said I got the same hat. Oh, that's awesome. The different trees is the only thing different. Sarah got this for me for my birthday. She put a camo. It's awesome because it's like the camo like was like my army time, and then like meets like the Bigfoot world, and like I just this like this was the best gift I ever got. Like I love it. And she got me all these like whatever. I don't know what she wants me to say, but I don't give a shit. I got all these crystals. I'm like so excited about it all. I haven't even really had time to tap into them at all, but stoked. So for those of you who don't know, I got like certified in Reiki and stuff a while back. And yeah, you could get certified really anywhere nowadays, which but I did it in person. You know, I did it through somebody I trust. It's the person who got me into yoga. She was actually at my PTSD. She, I put myself in like a inpatient, I guess, or whatever, for a few months, and for PTSD. And she was this instructor. This woman was she's just really nice lady, and she taught yoga and Reiki or whatever. And you know, it was like forced at first. Like I was like, I don't want to wake up and do this shit. Like I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to fucking do yoga or Reiki, and then I saw the benefits of it and how much it changed me and how much. And then I took all that stuff and then I actually got certified in Reiki. I really learned Reiki. Then I learned how to take it and put it into the field when Sasquatch came around. And I think that really helped me make a big, big shift between getting sober, getting clear minded, starting on a blank slate, and then being like spiritual and like learning all these different tools and with things about myself. It was like, boom. It was like, it all interlocked pretty smoothly. You know, sobriety had a big part of it. I think Ginn was the first one to bring that up, and I was like, it like made a big click for me, and I was like, oh shit, that's true. And oh, it's it's cool. It's cool. I'm happy where I'm at with all this, and you know, sometimes there's times that are slow, and you know, times that are, you know, we're running and gunning, and I appreciate you guys hanging through it all. Michelle Dunn, what's up? Good to see you back. I don't know what happened to your other account, Southern Grits. If it was something on my end, I apologize. Well, I was out. I was actually out in the field with Rob, and he was blocked, and it was pissing me off. So I don't know how this shit's happening, but it's happening. So if that was the case, I apologize. There's a few people that I've been having problems with that I can't. I'm trying to get back in here, and I'm struggling, but bear with me if you're listening, and you can't be seen. The wall of our dimension is thinning. Maybe, yeah. I hope that's true. I hear it all the time. The veil is thinning and the wall is thinning. I really hope that is the case, honestly. Yeah. Never slow, you just have to look deeper. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's another thing, too. I haven't had a lot of, I probably haven't had the proper amount of time to level up, if you will. And I do, actually, I've learned a few lessons that I haven't really caught you guys up with. And I said I would at one point, and then I didn't, or like I forgot, or I got sidetracked. But I've actually learned some things that are pretty factual. But I wanted to present them to you in a certain way, because a lot of those things happen when I'm on my own time, doing my own, you know, off camera stuff. A lot of times I get my answers that way, more better, um, and a lot of it. Like for instance, one thing I remember I said was I was going to talk to you guys about what happens when they pass on, and you know, people ask about lifespans and ages and things like that, and how old do they get? Do they die? Can they be killed? And um, I wasn't asking any of that, but I was showing that they pass on, what kind of happens and how it goes down, and afterlife, if you will. Um, but one key thing to remember is something Tesla said a while back, that energy can never be destroyed, only transformed. You know, it can only be transformed. There's different levels of consciousness. Some of us can see certain things. Like some people will see things. Some people will see people that have passed. Right? How come they could see it and we can't? I'm starting my certification in April. It's no telling. That's cool. I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Let me tell you, because I was loving getting Reiki put on me, because it was you couldn't keep me still for anything. Like I move a lot. I like to be on. I have whatever. I don't know. I got a lot of shit going on. Like I can't really sit still and just kind of relax. If somebody tells you just like lay there and relax and be still, like I couldn't do it. I was a hot mess. I had a lot of shit going on in my head. I still can't do it well, but I could do it a lot better. And it's through that. It's through Reiki. Like when somebody first asked me to meditate, they were like, every time you think of something else, just bring it back to the meditation. I'm like, yo, you don't even understand where my mind is going. It's going dark places. It's going to war. It's going to images that you can't even imagine. Like, just bring it back. Just bring it back. I'm like, you don't even understand. I can't bring it back. Like, I just thought it was like an impossible task. And I made it a personal mission to I trusted somebody who said, listen, I was in a bad place like you, and I got there. And I trusted that man that told me that, and then I said, okay, if you could do it, I could do it. And and I do. I can meditate now. I can meditate. And sure, outside distractions occur, but if you just bring it back, just bring it back. Hey, babe. Good to see you back. You're a fourth dimensional being now, not third like most. 80 degrees? Great talk, Clay. I'm happy you're here, man. That's cool. Michelle Dunn, is that part of PTSD? I don't know. I don't even know what I said just there. Um, PTSD can affect people in different ways, you know what I mean? Like, it depends what kind of PTSD you have. Mine was combat related, you know what I mean? So, um, I don't want to say was. It is combat related. Like, it's never going to go away. I just have different tools in my toolbox to deal with it, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, uh, for me, it's like sounds. Anything loud happens, I jump out of my skin. It throws me off. Different sounds trigger me. Stuff like that. Vito says, yes, sir. Mr. DeVere, good to see you. It's no talent says, I deal with PTSD as well. Not military, but trauma nonetheless. It don't have to be military to be, yeah, at all. I want to help others heal. Teaching will be where it's at for me. That's awesome. I tell you, once you get that certification in Reiki too, like you can help people too. Like I mean, I Reiki, I Reiki Sarah, Reiki the babies, the dog, myself. You could self Reiki. You could do yourself. Like it's an amazing thing. You could do a long distance if you're good at it. Like not if you're good at it. Once you know how to do it. Shouldn't even say if you're good at it. There is no if you're good at it. Um, I've I found later on that people were customizing their Reiki too, but I customized my own to do to the people always ask me, oh, is Sasquatch, could they possibly be a healer? I've had them heal me, and I know it's possible because we can do it. We as people can do it. So if you go and take like a Reiki course, you'll learn how to do that healing through energy, like shifting and moving and getting ourselves out of our own way so we can heal properly. And if you do like this thing called a biosense scan, you go over the body and you can feel where the energy is at, is worse. And you might come to me and say, "Hey, my neck is killing me, bro. Can you Reiki my neck?" But I might go over you and find out it's over here, and that's where you need it most, and that might help loosen up. Pyro, what's up? You look familiar. Did you used to comment in Bigfoot Odyssey chats with a different picture? Michelle says, Southern Grits, sorry. I don't know what you want me to call you, but just wondering, trying to understand best friend has it combat. Oh, yeah, shit goes deep. Yeah, it could go really deep. For me, see, like, it's different. Like, for me, like, I was getting blown up. I wasn't kicking indoors. Like, I was a vehicle mechanic. So what I was in the back of the convoys, and anytime something happened to the vehicles, we would have to go up there with that. It was a big wrecker truck, and we'd have to hook it up and tow it up. So we would take fire. We were in a lot of explosions and shit. Some direct, some not direct. Where we were on base, and they would rocket and bomb us and shit. And a lot of it's just sitting duck shit. You know what I mean? Just waiting for the next kaboom, and that's what it is for me. You know, um, anything louder than, and I'm not, if I'm not looking, if it scares me. Now I react in. I got little kids. I got babies. I got a wife. I can't react like, I can't react in fight mode. I have to react in flight mode. You know what I mean? So I kind of just cringe. It's no telling, you gotta feel it to heal it. Son of a bitch, if that ain't a motto right there, you gotta use that one. Bug, you gotta, what's the word for it? Coin that shit? I don't know. What's it called? Patent it, that's it. Make a t-shirt. Can't, can't heal it to feel it. What'd you say? You gotta feel it to heal it. Yeah, that's some good shit right there. Combat is so hard to smooth out. It's real bad the first 10 or so years, even with helps. Sabi can definitely heal, yes. Yeah, first 10 years, yep. I'm probably coming around to my 10-year mark right about now when I got out. When I got out of combat. Well, yeah, just passed pretty much. Yeah. I think I got back in like August 2011, so would have just passed. Yeah. My mom can do that with energy. It's awesome. I mean, I promise you, we all can. I promise you. It's just a matter of finding out about it. And I promise you guys, if this guy can do it, I promise you can. I promise you that you can. And when I tell you, I was a lost cause. It's a lost cause. Yeah, t-shirt to be, yeah. My brain comes up with that sound as soon as I hear it, I must think before I can identify it. And this stupid thing keeps disappearing. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. Alright. Whoever that guy, delete that. Block this guy. This guy's spamming. I don't play that spam shit. Oh. There you go. Good job. Good job. Hey, bro, I gotta go. I just want to say thank you. FFG, be good. Can't keep it unless you give it away. Well said. Listen, guys. Next says nature walks, heal body, soul, and mental. Yeah, that's for sure. For some people, like I said, some people they like to do certain things, and that's fine. Like, like some people like to shop. Some people like to clean. Some people, I don't know. Like it don't even. Some people like to. I don't know. Like I know a couple people that clean. Like they clean and they feel better, and like I'm like that shit is like the last thing on my mind. You know what I mean? Like I want to get out in the brush. Do you know if there's any activity on Staten Island? That's where my fam's from. Vito, there's actually there's a lot there's like stupid reports from over there actually. Um, I don't know personally. I mean, I know that they're everywhere, but I don't really know how much is out there. Like, I don't really know much about Staten Island. I don't think I've ever even been there, to be honest with you. If there's woods, probably so, because I believe it's on the north side. I believe it's up top the Bronx and close to Connecticut. So I would imagine so. If there's woods there, but there's a lot of reports of it, and that's what's weird about it is there's actually a lot of reports, and it has a name. The Sasquatch has a name, like they call it something. Like how I want to say Momo, but I think that's Missouri. But I believe the Sasquatch I believe they coined it some kind of name. I'd have to look into it, but and then there's a lot of reports south of it, right there in the there's a port there, in Port Washington, maybe something to that effect, and that's the where I was talking about earlier. Somebody reported seeing one, and didn't go so well for him. I don't think they like that he went public with it. Whoever they are. How do you feel when around places with lots of people like the mall? Anxiety, Mr. Devere? Yeah, social anxiety, sure. Yep, it's a disaster. Uh, I'm 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 able to cope with it for short periods of time, but I could get very angry, very fast, very uncomfortable, very fast, very on edge, very fast, very anxious, very fast. It can go a lot of different ways. Um, yeah, yeah, tough, very tough for me, it's not my comfort zone. It's anything could happen. I used to be more paranoid than I am now. I used to think like public places would be more susceptible to attack and shit, and the more people around, the worse it'd be. You know, I'm not going to a ball game. What are you out of your mind? Like that's the first place some shit would happen. Things to that effect. That's originally how I got turned off from sports. Just decided, fuck that, I'm never going to a game again. There's too many people there. It's like it's the first place something would happen. Normal people don't think like that. You know what I mean? They don't think like that. They're thinking about, oh, I can't wait to get to the game and have a beer, or what jersey am I gonna wear? You know what I mean? Or what seats do we have? Or you know, it's New Jersey, so it might. Yeah, that's true. Mike, you're doing great. Very active. Exercise helps. Sleeping is rough. Wake up swinging. Yeah, I had to make a lot of adjustments, bro. Great talk. I had to make a lot of adjustments because I had babies. Got little babies, and Sarah's responsible for a lot of my change because she, not just my babies, but she was very worth it to me to really harness my shit enough to keep a relationship. And I'm not fucking perfect. No way. Like, you guys only see me here and there, maybe, behind a camera for a half hour, an hour a day. You know what I mean? I got plenty of fucking problems. Plenty of them. Like, so many that, like, it's ridiculous. But that's not why I go to the brush. I go to the brush to leave that behind. You know what I mean? That's my healing. That's my peace. It's almost like two different worlds, if you will. It really, really is. Honestly, it really is two different worlds. But I try to completely separate it. This is rural area, and they are here. Dogmen on one side of the forest, people on the other. Oh, that's cool. My first name is also Mike. Oh, that's cool. You would pick up on you would pick up the energies of everyone too. It's like waves. Yeah, true. I'm going to a concert coming up. My friend got tickets for him, and I'm dreading, and and I'm going anyways. Yeah, yeah, no telling. Yeah, you just gotta go. Like, you know, anxiety, social anxiety is a hard thing to deal with. It really, really is. It really, really is. But you know, it's worth it to get. It's worth it to push yourself to do certain things. It really is. It really, really is. Yeah, she's awesome. Yes, no doubt. Great solo player. Oh, they did a horror movie about it. Okay, cool. There we go. I was gonna say I know there's some kind of legend about it. I know it. I know it. Have you found your intuition to be at a higher level post combat? I'm very intuitive, and I attribute a lot of that to the trauma. Absolutely, and 100%. And when I was going through my healing processes and going through my traumas and doing CPT and in vivo therapy and shit, there was another one too where I had to record myself in therapy, and I had to go back and listen to it later and like listen to myself, and I had to speak like I was in the moment to go, because that's how I was supposed to go through it, and like it was the hardest shit ever. There's no one wrote it down. Whatever. Long story short, um, whoa. Long story short, oh, hang on. They were like, "Oh, you're so like." I'm always looking over my shoulder and this and that, and I move a lot. They're like, we can help you with your hypervigilance. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, I don't want to get rid of that. Like, I want that. Like, I want my head on the swivel. I want to know everything that's going on around me. And I didn't know at the time why I was telling everybody, no, 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 no. And I'm like, I need it. I don't know why, but I need it. And it helps me in the brush. I notice any little thing that changed, any little thing that moves. I mean, I'm talking the most minute thing in the whole forest. And I pick up on it because my eyes are always scanning, 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 scanning. People in traffic are usually looking at the car ahead of them. Like I'm looking, like I don't know. It's everywhere I go. I scan everything like at a rapid, rapid, rapid pace, and I believe it's just hypervigilance, just from the military. Because I wasn't like that prior. Maybe a little bit, but not like that. Not like that. But you're able to process shit so quickly. So, but yeah, I mean, the intuitive part of it too. Yeah. Like, do you smell the scents on your walks? Walk through patches of dog smells, etc. Um, I've heard a lot of people talk about smells. I don't necessarily smell a lot. Um, and I got a big ass fucking Sicilian nose, so um, no. But seriously, I don't smell a lot. I've smelled sulfur a couple times and I left. Um, I was told once by somebody I trust a while back that if I smell something that smells like sulfur or burnt matches, that's reptilians. Um, both those times, like I smelt it and I started moving out immediately because I trusted the person that told me that, and I felt very, very threatened. Like the vibe was bad. It was scary. I felt threatened. Like, and I didn't. I tried not to let fear get into me, but it was coming into me. So I know as soon as I start to fear, I need to get the hell out because I'm gonna feed anything negative. I'm gonna let it get to me because once I give it fear, now it's got hold of me. Right now it could take the reins. But I haven't really smelt much out there. Not like that. Like when people say, "Oh, I smelt this putrid shit," and then I saw a Sasquatch. Like I've, I've never smelled them like that. But that's just me. I don't know how it is everywhere. You know what I mean? They say the skunk ape got its name that way. You know what I mean? Tyler, yeah, sure. Part two to my question is, do you smell scents outside your house in the morning, even though no prints? No, not really. I They might be trying to connect to you. Um, they might be trying to connect to you through some way. You know what I mean? They might be letting you know that they're there in that sense. Um, I kind of know exactly I kind of know exactly where to look. Like I'm like, it's almost like I'm like something like turns my head exactly where it needs to be. It's so weird, man. Like it's so weird. Like it through like wherever. It's almost like something just and like just stops it where it needs to be. It's just fucking. It's just like part of me, and I don't know how else to put it at this point. It's almost like embedded in me. It's become part of me. Like it's like muscle memory. Like if you want to talk in a military sense, it's like muscle memory at this point. Like maybe I just. I know it can't be that easy. It can't be. It's just there's something deeper. It's got to be a connection. It's got to be. It's got to be something that they help me with. It has to be. Christian, what's up? Welcome. I'm not gonna hang out too much longer, guys. I almost said it a couple times, and then I don't want to, but I don't want to like not answer anybody here. I appreciate you being here. Yes, my post addiction during addiction. We are adult. Ask me how I know. This is at least what I know. I could sense his aura and awareness through video. It's spiritual too. Yes, that's. Jeremy, welcome. Yes, the sulfur. LB, I noticed that you're jittery. That in your post sometimes you're jittery and looking all around. You can sense the energy around you and it makes you anxious. Yeah, sometimes sometimes it's a number of things. You know what I mean? Um, I can only show you this much. You know what I mean? I use a cell phone. That's all I use. And this is why I tell you anybody can do this part too. Cause I don't use anything. I use a cell phone. Uh, have I used other things? Sure, sure. Do they come out better sometimes? Sometimes. You know, I got SD cards full of shit that I've never done anything with. Um, but anyway, we'll get onto that another time. But you know, you only see this much. I can only show you this much. And there's things happening everywhere, and you know what I mean, obviously, because you do the same thing. But there's shit happening all around in the 360. You know what I mean? So it's yeah. Sometimes I'm a little jitter of something I might have seen that was off screen too. So and that becomes hard to explain because I'll be like, holy shit, and you guys are like looking at nothing. Isaac, good to see you. I get all that hypervigilance is my norm outside of my house. Yeah, once you leave the house, yeah. Similar to a fox, then. I got you. That's what's up. Whereas reptilians live off fear, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if, you know, like I said, I don't know anything about anything really, but I know a little bit about a little bit, and that's one thing I learned is for sure that these uh, when these things that like to prey on fear, once you give them a little bit, they're coming. It's like a drop of blood in the water for a shark. You know what I'm saying? It's like they want a little more. Son of a beanbag. All right, maybe it's my time. Maybe it's trying to tap out. Sorry, my doctor just called. He messed up my RX, but it's all good now. Okay, that's good. That's good news. Doctors always do that shit. At least where I'm at. I'm at the VA hospital. Oh, Wizard Adirondacks, what's up? I won't forget you. Always listening to you intently, Mike. Not always in the chat, visiting, but I'm studying what you're experiencing, even though I don't experience or fully understand how you're perceiving the forest. Yeah, I know. I get it, bro. I get it. I wouldn't understand it either if I wasn't living it, bro. I get it. I get it. Leslie G. Hey, Mike, new here, but I want you to know I really appreciate your way you respect you have for these special creatures. Keep it in and never forget to be you, and you'll always succeed. I appreciate it. Thank you, Leslie. It's great to have you here. I know we have a lot of new people, and I know a lot of you are probably sitting in the cut, um, skeptical to maybe come out and talk or whatever. This is fuck. See, this is where I get annoyed because I've heard this other places and it's been bullshit. But this is a safe place. You know what I mean? As long as you're not disrespecting nobody, you'll last here. You're fine. Um, you know, but feel free to talk to each other. Everyone here is very friendly. Like, if there's a fucking troll coming through, you'll never even notice he was here. You'll never even know they were here. Because someone axe them. Where I sense that I want to check out, you turn away all the time. You know where to look. It's wild because it's wild because I can kind of like sense you sometimes when I'm out there. I can sense some of you guys out there, and Great Talk, you're one of them. And it's weird. It's almost like I'm like I get like a vibe like from you, and it's weird. And I know you watch it after, so it's like, oh, like, you're saying like, oh, you turn the way I would want you to turn and whatever. But like it's weird because I can feel you when I'm out there, and it's weird. It's hard. It's crazy. It's not as weird as it might have been a couple of years ago, but because so much shit like that happens now. To say it's a coincidence is just like ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I just have so many things that I can't explain in words. You know what I mean? I just don't know how to put it into words and verbalize it. Man of Light, great to see you. Gotta go now. Thanks, Mike. Your show and knowledge. Love you. Brother, take care and God bless. Right back at you, my friend. I actually gotta go too, but I really just keep on going. I know you look at things that I like to examine now. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna get into some different things soon. Spring's coming, and spring's coming. Spring's coming. It's good. You guys are gonna love it. I've been scouting some shit. I ain't showing you yet because I don't want to show you yet. I don't want to show you yet, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be a good time. All right, guys. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Oh, I seem to be able to see them everywhere. I often wonder if some are around to make contact. Southern Grits, I do believe so. I do believe so. It ain't it ain't just anybody that sees them all over the place. You know what I mean? It ain't just anybody. Um, they're selective. At least for now, they're selective. Um, why do we become selected? Why do we become part of the esoteric club, if you will? I don't know. I was told they love a warrior who knows his piece. Uh, so I was a warrior for sure. But until I knew my piece, I guess I wasn't. Until I knew peace, I guess I wasn't really ready to be involved with them. Um, so Sasquatch will warrior up, but they are peaceful. They'll soldier up in a second, but they're peaceful. You get it? So I guess they see that in me too, and that was our connection. But that's my personal thing. That's what I was told. So they wanted me to be an ambassador between peoples. I didn't think I could do the job, but they said, here, this is your task, buddy. So here we go. Yeah, no trolls here. Their heads roll. Yeah, I usually get them before you guys even notice they live and breathe. But whatever. If somebody's fucking around, just let me know. Get rid of them. All right, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate every last one of you. Um, if you need anything, just shout. Just shout. I appreciate you guys all hanging out, keeping it real. Um, you know, I ain't got shit to do on a Friday night, so this was awesome for me. I appreciate you. See you soon. Be safe out there. Have a great weekend. Stay blessed. I won't see you Sunday, probably. I'll post something by the weekend, though. By the end of the weekend. I'll figure out how to exit out of this thing.